Have you ever felt touched? Not because of expensive gifts, not because of excessive sweet words, but precisely because of one small concern that feels very sincere? What if such a moment happened on Valentine's Day? What if the surprise came from a person who is known to be quiet, calm, and rarely express his feelings openly? And how does it feel when the surprise makes someone smile? Not because of surprise, but because I feel really appreciated? Today, we are going to discuss the Valentine's moment that many people feel the warmth of emotions. The moment between Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai. A simple, silent surprise, but it leaves an impression that is hard to forget. Valentine's Day always comes with the same promise: love, surprises, and warm feelings that are often difficult to describe in words. But this year's Valentine feels different. There's something quieter, deeper, and that's precisely why it feels so much more evocative. The public was shocked by a moment involving Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai, a moment that didn't explode, but slowly seeped into the hearts of anyone who witnessed it. Not a giant flower, not a dramatic declaration of love, nor an exaggerated spotlight. It was just the opposite. A simple, calm, and heartfelt presentation, as if deliberately created to speak directly to the deepest emotions. Valentine's Day this time is not noisy, but the echo feels long. Song Weilong has been known as a calm figure. He has never been the type who likes to show off his emotions in public spaces. His gestures are always measured, his expression tends to be calm, and the way he is present often feels mature. So when he prepared a special presentation on Valentine's Day, many did not expect that the moment would be so touching. Precisely because of its simplicity, the surprise feels much more honest. The presentation is not just a series of visuals or aesthetic concepts that are beautiful to the eye. It is a form of mindfulness designed with full awareness. Every detail seemed to speak about the time spent, about the intention thought, about the effort that was invisible but perceptible. There is no spontaneous impression of the original finish. Everything feels mature, planned, and most importantly, done with heart. As the moment unfolded, the atmosphere seemed to slow down. Soft light envelopes the room, creating a warm and intimate atmosphere. Song Weilong didn't try to dominate. He is not looking for cheers. He lets the silence work, letting the small pauses become powerful emotional language. The look in his eyes, the way he stood, and the attitude of his body exuded deep respect. This surprise is not a scream, but a whisper, and that's precisely where the power lies. Zhao Jinmai, who had been known to be professional, mature, and focused on quality, looked really surprised. But his surprise was not nervousness. It is a natural reaction of a person who feels genuinely cared for. The smile that appeared on his face was not a small smile. It's gentle, honest, and meaningful. There's no attempt to look perfect on camera. All there is an emotion flowing as it is. In every expression of Zhao Jinmai, there was a deep sense of appreciation. He not only sees the end result, but also captures the larger message behind it. That someone is really thinking about how to celebrate this moment. That attention can be present without having to be noisy. That sincerity doesn't always need a big stage to feel real. More than just being touched, there was pride emanating from him. Pride that was not spoken, but clearly legible from the way he stared, from the relaxed posture of his body, from the warm aura of confidence. It was as if he wanted to say that this kind of effort deserves to be appreciated. That good intentions, no matter how small, deserve space. In his silence, he acknowledged the sincerity, and the confession felt very powerful. Their interaction immediately became the spotlight. Not because there are explicit romantic gestures, but because of the almost invisible comfort. The chemistry between them is not built on dramatic touches or over-the-top sweet words. It grows from harmony, from mutual understanding without the need for much explanation. The two seem to be on the same frequency, calm, mature, and respectful. The fans feel the same way. The reactions that appeared on various platforms were filled with warmth and admiration. Many say that Song Weilong's surprise is a real example of how small attention can have a big impact. There are no luxuries on display. There are no forced sensations. All there is a sincere desire to make Valentine's Day feel meaningful. This simplicity is what makes the moment feel elegant. He doesn't try to rival the definition of Valentine, who is all sparkling. Instead, it offers another version, a quiet, reflective, and meaningful Valentine. A version that reminds us that love and appreciation can come in a very human form. For Zhao Jinmai, the response he showed further confirmed his character. He is a figure who values process, intention, and quality. So it's no wonder that the reaction feels so sincere. He does not try to exaggerate the moment, but neither does he downplay it. He was fully present, absorbing every second and letting his feelings be visible without being fabricated. Meanwhile, for Song Weilong, this surprise revealed another side of him. He showed that empathy and attention were the emotional languages he chose. It doesn't have to be the center of attention to leave a deep impression. With a sincere attitude and a meaningful presentation, he managed to create a moment that will be remembered for a long time, not only by Zhao Jinmai, but also by those who watched him from a distance. This Valentine's Day has also turned into a symbol that relationships, whatever they take, can be celebrated in a mature and respectful way. That mutual respect is the main foundation of any warm interaction. And that sincerity, when delivered in the right way, is capable of touching deeper than 1,000 sweet words. At the end of the day, this moment isn't just about one day a year. It's a gentle reminder that attention, empathy, and respect are simple things that are often forgotten, but have incredible power. Song Weilong presented a calm yet resonant surprise, while Zhao Jinmai responded with genuine pride and warmth. A Valentine's Day that isn't boisterous, it's not overdone, but that's precisely why it feels so human. It's sweet, simple, full of meaning, and almost impossible for anyone who has tasted it to forget. In the end, this Valentine teaches one important thing: that sincerity is not always present in its most striking form. Sometimes it comes in a quiet way, without loud noises, without drama, but it felt the deepest. The moment between Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai is not just about one day of love, but about how care, respect, and empathy can make anyone feel meaningful. In your opinion, is a simple surprise like this actually more touching than a luxurious Valentine? Write your opinion in the comments section. We'd love to hear your point of view. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because there are still many warm stories and meaningful moments that we will discuss together. See you in the next video.